Welcome to this new video where I have some more Show 6 action. I'm playing again for Elite 4 on the Great League position, and we're playing against a lot of Lindos people. Let's take a look at my matchup. I'll be playing against Lindos Pablo. These are the teams that we have. I brought Typhlosion. I played it more and more, and I felt more and more confident with it. Unfortunately, it doesn't really have a lot of play. I don't have Witchcatch covered very well, so that's what I'm expecting from my opponent every time. I also built a little bit stronger to Vigor this time because I felt like it was just a pest to all my teams so far. So let's take a look at the movesets that we have. The movesets that I have are pretty standard. I have Night Slash on Annihilape, not Ice Punch for the Gligar, because I don't really expect the Gligar to come out with my non-Shadow Feraligatr and my Skarmory being pretty good. I have Crunch on Feraligatr to make it a little bit better into Mantine, which I do expect to come out. I don't really need Ice Beam for anything else. Then I have Thunder Punch and Solar Beam on Typhlosion. I don't expect Typhlosion to come out. It doesn't really have a lot of positive matchups, so I thought it could be useful to force a 2-shield matchup because it wins almost all of them in the 2 shields, but probably not going to use this. It's very risky. I don't really see the need to bring it. Lickitung is my best Wishcash answer, and then Wigglytuff is a very neutral pick. Again, with the Swift, so I can get to that charge stack just before the second Body Slam or Aerial Ace from the Mat team. I think it is highly unlikely that my opponent brings Sableye because my Wigglytuff has no hard answer. And the Gligar seems iffy to use as well because my Skarmory is also extremely safe. So with that, I think my Annihilape is very good. I just need to avoid the Mantine that has a lot of play into my team. I must say though, it's kind of mediocre into my own Skarmory and Lickitung, but those are only 2 Pokemon and they're not the worst. So let's see. I'm gonna lead my Annihilape here because I'm hoping to catch either the Vigoroth or the Whiscash. Let's see. Annihilape into Vigoroth. Perfect. But I'm gonna make a little bit of a sketchy play here. He swaps in Mantine, I swap in Skarmory. This is where I should have swapped in my Lickitung, because Lickitung has a very, very good matchup here. You win this actually with a shield down. They even run Ice Beam. For whatever reason. Water Pole is definitely the way in this matchup. I would say you don't really need Ice Beam for anything. It's only less efficient, and it actually makes my Typhlosion better. I mean, I'm never going to use Typhlosion in this matchup, probably, because there's no hard answer, and Mantine can even win the 2 shields against Typhlosion, because a Thunder Punch doesn't do enough, and neither do the Incinerates. So Thunder Punch is like 60% or so. Skytech coming through. My opponent can flip this if they want. In fact, that is what I would do if I were them, because I would never want my Vigoroth on an Annihilape. So my opponent does flip the switch advantage here. It's not looking great for me. Kind of depends on what's in the back. So if it's a Gligar in the back, then this is a match I've thrown, basically. But if it's Whiscash in the back, Annihilape is golden here, because Annihilape is one of my better Pokemon against both Whiscash and Vigoroth. Vigoroth comes in, and let's see, it is Whiscash. I'm gonna go for a Savage Bait here. Who would bait here? That is yours truly, it is me, because I feel like this shield's quite obvious here, so he does shield that. Now I can just go for a Shadow Ball. I should be very fine here. I shield everything from this Whiscash, because whatever the Vigoroth does, it only deals double resisted damage, except with the Rock Slide, which still is single resisted. So, just need to get rid of the Whiscash. I should be fine, even with a couple counters into the Vigoroth. If there's a scenario where this Vigoroth can knock down my Annihilape, it should take so much damage already that even the Lickitung could take care of it. No Scald debuff there on the attack. Gonna go for the Night Slash here. Not sure if that was necessary. Maybe I just counted this all the way down, to be honest. This has nothing on Annihilape. I get the boost, which is cool, but very unnecessary. Game 2, I'm going to try something riskier. I'm hoping to catch either Mantine or Whiscash, but it's Vigoroth. That's exactly what I don't want to see with Feraligatr. Regular Feraligatr can actually win the 0 and 1 shields. So it's not the worst lead, but I want to swap out anyway, which in hindsight may have not been the best play, because getting shields down makes Skarmory golden here. My opponent makes an incredible play here, swapping into the Whiscash after countering me down into Scald range. I have to try and flip switch advantage here, but it's not easy, because Skarmory gets very slow to his charge stacks, especially compared to Whiscash. Plus the Steel Wing damage is resisted, so that's not great. Let's see. Scald gets the attack drop, unfortunately. I think a Brave Bird doesn't even knock out here, so he might not even shield this, to be honest. And he doesn't. Even knowing that there's a Annihilape in the back, he still would have lived that. And I think if it is the Mantine in the back, it would be a very uphill battle regardless. Let's see what's going to happen now. Sky Attack, this should pull a shield. He should know by now I have a Annihilape in the back. Gonna go for the combo play here. That should draw the last shield. If not, then maybe there's a chance, because I preserved my Skarmory just healthy enough that it won't faint to an Aerial Ace. So I'm actually not going to throw any energy here, unless I get the 2 Hydro Cannon here. The reason why is because I want to get the entire farm down on my Annihilape. If I get enough energy, then maybe I can overcome that Mantine. Let's see. I'm going to go into the Annihilape right away, not waiting out the clock. I'm hoping to have misaligned the clock a little bit, but he throws a charge attack and that actually helps him a lot. This shouldn't do as much, but the thing is, look at the clock. We're about 10 seconds apart, but 10 seconds is exactly what he can wait here. So he's waiting out the clock entirely. Otherwise, I could have locked him in for a little bit, which would have helped me a lot. He misses a wing attack here, I think. I'm gonna go into Skarmory after this. I should have some energy on it, but not a lot. Let's see what he's gonna do. He's gonna go into Whiscash. He was very close to an attack, so I kind of had to throw there, and it's not healthy enough to get an actual farm down on with my Annihilape. I need to get to another attack now, but he's farming up his energy very well here. An Aerials won't knock out yet, but he goes for the Ice Beam, unfortunately. And now I think an Aerials will almost knock me out. I missed the count here. It doesn't really matter. I will not be able to get to my Night Slash regardless. So yeah. My opponent wins game number 2, making it exciting. Game number 3. Again, Annihilape needs to be not on Mantine. I'm gonna approach this a little bit different. This time I will bring the Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff is going to be my last resort here if everything goes wrong. I also don't really want to have any weakness to Vigoroth because it keeps coming out. Makes me less weak to Mantine as well instead of the Feraligatr. And if he's expecting something in the back and keep shields for that, maybe Wigglytuff can just charm everything down. Let's see. We have Annihilape into Whiscash. This is fine. I'm expecting the Vigoroth in the back. So in that case, he might not shield here. I'm not going to shield the first attack as well. I can't take this. I like Skarmory. And Skarmory's so safe, Wiggly's so safe. I can keep shields for later. Ideally, what I want is to have him expect something in the back, and then I just keep shields for Wigglytuff, and he won't see it coming. He just gets charmed down through 2 shields. The Shadow Ball lands. This is huge, because now I can shield and farm this down. I will have energy for whatever comes in next. I expect the Vigoroth probably comes back in with the Mantine now. I'm going to go into my Skarmory. I can soak this damage here and build up some energy of myself. And he comes in with the Vigoroth. This is great because this Pokemon is way more vulnerable to all these attacks. I don't expect him to shield though, because Vigoroth has nothing on Annihilape, so he's probably just going to let everything go. But since he is expecting something in the back, maybe he does expect Wiggly, I assume he's not going to use any shields anywhere here. Up until the very end where he sees the Wigglytuff and then realizes, wait, he's just going to get to a lot of charge attacks now. He needs to throw an Ice Beam to knock me out here. And doesn't do that just yet. So I can throw a Sky Attack. This should draw the first shield. At this point, I think it's kind of over. Because I can just have him expend his energy. Still needs to be an Ice Beam. I want to get a Charge Attack priority catch here on the Night Slash. But he goes for Ice Beam, takes me out. Now I come in with the Wigglytuff. I only need to get to a Charge Attack. And we have Swift! Swift is 1 charm cheaper than Icy Wind. So I'm very good here. He baits me with the Area Ace, unfortunate. I think with the wing attacks, 2 Area Ace should be enough anyway. But like, if I were to get to an Ice Wind, he would have needed to throw an Ice Beam. But no, he's gonna go straight Area Ace here, which is interesting. But it doesn't matter. I have a Swift here. Now just wait for him to throw another charge attack, get some more charm damage in. Then he should be in Night Slash range, and I should win my battle here. I have, I believe, 6 counters or so on Annihilape, so should have 1 loaded. It's gonna swap here now. Here we go. Night Slash from Annihilape, and that should win me this battle. I win by 2-1 once more, and a boost. So that concludes my second round and my second win in the Liga Brasileira. So yeah, pretty happy about that, and hopefully more to come. See you in the next video.